All right, here we go. It's almost Thanksgiving on Thursday of next week, and we're not gonna all be together, so I'm not gonna bake as much as I normally would, but there are things I just love to make, and I'm gonna make it today, and then I may have to make it again for Thanksgiving, but I'm gonna start with making some homemade bread, which can be made into rolls or cinnamon rolls or all kinds of things once you get the dough made. So this is a recipe I've kind of just adapted from other recipes. I take a little piece here and there and create it. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm new at this, I'm gonna figure it out though. Look, I did my makeup and I put on a wool sweater because I was cold, but now I'm kind of hot. Oh, and I've got on my mother's necklace. Isn't that pretty? I don't know where that came from, but she had it all my life. So anyway, it was hers, so now it's mine, and someday it will belong to one of you. And then maybe one of your kids will get it, and then one of their kids will get it. So it'll just keep moving down the family. All right, enough of that. Okay, like I said, I've adapted this recipe and I switch it up occasionally here and there, but I'm gonna start with just some milk. And I have a little bit of whole milk in here and then 2%. Through the holidays, I like to buy whole milk because it tastes better. Got more fat in it. So we're gonna take this milk, and I do about 2 1/4 cups of milk to 2 1/2 cups of milk. 2% whole milk, whatever you want. And then I put a stick of butter in it, because you know, butter and salt, what I like. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I hope this turns out okay. So I'm gonna microwave this. I do it about 2 minutes just to get it, you don't want it boiling because that would ruin your yeast, but you wanna get it warm enough to dissolve your yeast. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave. Okay, 2 minutes for 2 1/4 to 2 1/2 cups of milk. Now I'm going to show you what I have over here. Can you see this? In this cupboard I have my bread making supplies in a bin. So I can just pull this out and I've got everything right here except the flour. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do yeast. I do instant yeast. I like this brand. I just finished emptying this out. This one, there's a little bit more in there. We don't want to waste that. And I've never had yeast get old, but this was purchased in March of 2023, so it's 2 1/2 years old. So anyway, I like that brand. And it says instant. Okay? And we're going to do 2 heaping tablespoons of the yeast. Heaping, meaning you're not going to flatten it off. Okay, we get the yeast, and after I use something, I put it on the counter, because if I put it back in there, I'll forget what I've already done. And I do wheat germ, like a tablespoon, because the flour has the germs taken out of it. Well, wheat germ, which is not the kind of germ you're thinking of, but anyway, it's good for you. And then I do a teaspoon of salt. And I do, this is supposed to be good, it's flaxseed. And I do a tablespoon of that. Heaping. It's supposed to be good for your digestion, which you eat this bread and help you digest it. And it has omega-3 in it, all kinds of stuff. And I do powdered buttermilk, that. And I do a couple of that, heaping. And then I do, this is sugar. And I heat my 1/4 cup measuring cup in here because I do about a 1/4 cup of sugar, which is a little more than a lot of recipes call for, but hey, I'm a bush. I've got a sweet tooth. And, okay, let's do this one next. This is gluten. I know it seems like a lot of ingredients, but it's good. And I do a tablespoon and maybe sometimes a little more. All heaping. Okay, and the latest addition I have made recently, and I really think it does help, is I put a 1/4 cup of rolled oats in. You don't have to. The only thing you really have to do would be sugar, salt, yeast. That's all you really have to do for that part. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna get a spatula and the milk is done, so I'm gonna pull that out. All right, I'm gonna just mix all these ingredients together, the dry ingredients, just stir them up a little bit, not a big deal. And then you can see the milk and the butter are melted. There's some floaty pieces of butter that didn't fully melt, but that's okay. I'm gonna stir it in. You don't want it to be too hot. Warm to your hand, but not hot to your hand. You stir that in. Make sure you get it all kind of mixed together because you want those dry ingredients to soften up. So there you go. Just a little bit. Can you see that? Kind of soupy. That's what we want. Okay. So, I'm gonna finish with that and I'll come back in a little bit. Love you, bye.